Hey, this is Valerie McDowell, your book coach accelerator, and I'm here on Write It Out Wednesday. I share with you on my personal Facebook page that I was going to be doing this on my book coach accelerator page, and I'm going to be doing all my writing on this page from now on. So if you want to find me here, just please like my book coach accelerator page, book coach accelerator, and we're going to continue doing some writing stuff here. So what this is about, every Wednesday for at least a little while, we're going to come on here at 9:30 p.m. on Wednesday nights, and we're going to talk all things writing. We're going to talk about why you haven't got your book done, things that is getting in the way, any kind of hindrances, any kind of stumbling blocks, writer's block, topics, what should I write about, what should I title it, all those kinds of wonderful things. But mainly we want to talk about what the Write It Out Wednesday is all about. So the W is of course going to be for write. The I is going to be about setting intentions, and the O is going to be about overcoming any obstacles that you will encounter in this Write It Out Wednesdays. So I'm just excited and looking forward to you joining me on Wednesdays at 9:30. I'm Valerie McDowell, your book coach accelerator, and my passion is to help you get your stories told and to get your books published. And as I've shared before, we are in July. This is July 3rd. We are already 6 months have come and gone. And whatever goals you have set for this year, let's make sure that they happen before December 31st. And so on Write It Out Wednesdays, we're going to talk about WIO, Write It Out. And the W, like I said, is going to be for writing. I've got my notes here, so we're going to be doing things about writing. So we're going to just make sure you're writing. We don't want to talk about writing. Don't want to think about writing. We don't want to dream about writing. We want to actually write. So if you're going to get your books done, if you're going to get your stories told, you actually have to put pen to paper, or even better, you can record yourself telling your story. Many people are not writers, and that's fine. And so you can record it. You do talk, most of us do talk, and some of us talk quite a bit. So you can record your stories, you can record your book, and we can get it done that way. And then another thing is, in that, by recording, by writing, you go from it just being in your head, just being ideas, to actually having sentences and paragraphs and pages and chapters, and which eventually become a book. So that's my goal, that we actually get it, out of your head, out of your heart, and onto the written page so that it becomes a book. And then the second thing is we want to set intention. The one thing that we want to make sure happens is that we actually make a plan for it to happen. Anything that you want done, you have to actually strategize and plan for it to happen. It's not going to happen just because you want it to. You can't wish it to happen. You have to actually do some things for it to happen. And so we're going to set an intention. So every Wednesday, there'll be some assignments, be like, hey, what did you get done since we talked last week? And so we just want to make sure that you're getting your work done, you're moving forward and getting your stories told, you're moving forward and getting your book published. Because we don't want to be sitting here the same time next year, July 3rd, not having finished our book, right? We don't want to be there. So we want to make sure that we're able to get our books done, that we're able to do the thing that we said we would do. So we're going to set an intention. So that's the second thing. And then the third thing we're going to do is that we're going to overcome obstacles. Okay, that's what the O is in Write It Out Wednesday. We're going to overcome any obstacles that are in our way, any excuses, any kind of procrastination, any kind of obstacles that we've even put in front of our own selves. A lot of times we're our worst enemy, as they say. And so we don't want to be that person. We want to make sure that we are overcoming the things that we said are in the way. And by taking steps, by taking actions, by setting intentions, like we just said, that we can overcome those things. And so once again, to recap, that it's the Write It Out Wednesday. The W is for writing, actually, so we're writers. That's what we're going to do. The I is for intention, and the O is for overcome. Okay, so those are the three things we're going to focus on when we write it out on Wednesdays. And for those of you who are just getting to know me, just a little background on me. My name is Valerie McDowell. I have always loved words and writing and books. I was an avid reader since I was a kid. I actually was that kid that read the dictionary for fun. Yeah, I know. But look at me now. And even if you see behind me, there's a wonderful library. And that's just the books that I finally put on the shelf. I purged a lot. I gave away probably 4 or 5 boxes of books because I love books and it's hard to kind of give them away. But I'm actually making room for your books. That's what I'm doing. I need to get your books published so we can get them up there on my shelf. So I can be like, look what we got accomplished, okay? So I want your book on my shelf. My books are on the shelf. See, I have a couple of my books up there. So just like I have my books on the shelf, I want your books to be on the shelf too. So, and plus, once you write your book, all kinds of opportunities open up. And that's what I found. That's part of my background, that when I started publishing my own books and even publishing other people's books, then other opportunities opened up for me to speak, to do workshops, to do all kinds of things. And so my background encompasses many different things. I've been in the arts. I'm a nonprofit administrator. All kinds of things, foster care, juvenile justice, just different things that are many different places, but they all, bring together the writing skills that I have and that I bring to the table. And so I want to encourage you today that on Write It Out Wednesdays, that we're going to write some things out. We're going to make sure that we're able to get what we need done published. We don't want to keep talking, like I said, about how we wish we could write a book, how we want to write a book, but we're actually going to write our books, okay? And then this Wednesday, or the Wednesdays that we get together, we're gonna just provide a lot of tips, a lot of tools for how we get writing done, how to overcome different things, like we said, and just because we want to make sure that you stay on task. This is our group. So anything that you want to provide, anything you want to ask, this is, you can feel free to ask. Just put it in the comments. If you love something I've said, post some hearts out there. Let me know that you love that comment, or that was a great point, that was something you hadn't thought about before, because we want to all make sure that we're all moving together. My heart, my passion is to see you get your books done, to see you get your stories told. I have an amazing story. It has definitely not been a straight path for me, but at the same time, it's been an amazing journey for me. And I'm sure your story has been that way too. And so for those that's just joining, my name is Valerie McDowell. I'm your Book Coach Accelerator. And I see Shatone is watching. Hey, Shatone, good to see you. And I just wanted to give a shout out to you for a little push today. So thank you. I know you're real busy. And just for all the people that are watching and will see this, we want to just make sure that you tune in on Wednesdays at 9:30. We're going to write it out on Wednesdays. And we're going to make sure that you get your books done this year. So let's see if there are any questions or any other comments. I just want to make sure that you know where we are. I didn't want to stay before you long, but I just wanted to get this out and, stay on task for me, because I had to set an intention to get this done today too. And so I'm Valerie McDowell, your Book Coach Accelerator, and I'll see you online. Bye-bye.